MQA Certification UK Ltd, presented, Lean Six Sigma Green Belt Training Day 4.
Material and his body parts. Like he should not move his hands and feet, body more, minimize his movements. Unrealistic, stark, poor design. So these are all 3Ms. We will see it in detail. Now relationship between Muda, Mura and Muri. Now there are suppose 8 pallets are there. Okay. All are loaded in one truck. What will happen? This is Muri. Muri means overburden. Now what he did in second case, 3 and 5. Now what is this? This is unevenness. Okay. Okay. This is Mura. Mura means unevenness, fluctuation, variation. Because this truck is having less load, this is having more load. Now see here. Now this is Muda. Now suppose I'll give example again. Suppose this is 1 ton each. And what is the truck capacity? Truck capacity is 4 ton. The truck capacity is 4 ton. So what is that? In 4 ton truck, he loaded 8 ton. Example. And in 4 ton truck, he loaded 5 ton. 4 ton truck, he loaded 3 ton. So he unevenly distributed. Now here what happened? In 8 ton truck, he loaded 4 trucks. 2 ton, 2 ton, 2 ton, 2 ton. But the truck capacity is, okay, understood now? Truck capacity is 4 ton, but what is doing? 4 ton, 4 ton, 4 ton, 4 ton. 16 ton truck is using for 8 ton. So this is waste. Okay. Now what is optimum? What is optimum means what is right? 4 ton capacity, 4 ton load. 4 ton capacity, 4 ton load. Now here all is balanced, right? So this is Muda, Muri and Mura. Should I explain it again? Or you understood?
Just a recap. Just recap to me.
Now all the cases, like why should we distribute the load this way? We should distribute load uniformly, optimum way. Okay. Now we have seen Muda. Muda means waste. Now understand one thing. There are 3 types of waste in which management is interested. Like first is waste of time. Time is important for everyone. Waste of money. Money is important for everyone. Efforts, human efforts, because something we are doing extra without any value, it will require effort. So wasted time. Just imagine if you could collect the time together that we have wasted. Okay. So what we are wasting? We are doing wasting time. We are wasting money. We are wasting efforts. Okay. How much time would that be? Means how much time it is required? We are doing more than that. How much money would that be? Okay. And how much efforts we are wasting? What is required and what efforts we are putting? Now we have to eliminate the waste. See, there is no other like word in this. Only waste means we eliminate. The theory is, first of all, like what we do, we try to reduce. We try to eliminate is the first step. If not eliminate, at least reduce. So elimination and reduction is 2 major principle we have to understand. The first term is, step 1 is identify what is value and what is not a waste. What is a waste and what is not a waste. Second is, then we can look at ways of eliminating or at least reducing the weight. If you cannot eliminate, at least reduce the weight. Identifying the waste in the workplace. How will you identify it? Only one way is their value. Value-added activities, non-value-added activities. So activities are process where customer is ready to pay money. Any process that change the nature, shape, or characteristics of the product in line with customer requirements. Now see, understand one thing. We always take everything from the customer, right? Now there are two things in the customer requirements. One is stated requirement, another is unstated requirement. Can anyone explain? See, stated means which customer is giving in writing. Like customer is providing us a drawing that is written or stated needs. But something is unstated. What is it? Suppose I have to make a nut and bolt. So what will customer give me drawing, materials, drawing with material, sizes, thread size, bolt size, okay, hexagonal shape, he will give. But few things he will not give. Like he will not write, I don't want a rusted parts. I don't have parts which are rusted. I don't want a part which is bent. I want a part which is thread is damaged. Does customer write it in the drawing? No. But that is what? That is his expectation, that we have to understand that part should be okay. So that is stated and unstated requirement. So whenever we are taking the requirement, we have to understand from the customer's perspective what is what he wants and what he assumes that you will give me. Okay. Give supplier will give right product, defect free product, that is his unstated need. He will not write that I want a defect free product. Everybody wants a defect free product. So that is the thing. Now here example validate activities like pressing. Suppose we have done the press work. Pressing is press work. Like we have produced a hole, we have produced a punching operation, bending operation, we have bent the mud, we have done welding, we have joined the two pieces by welding. That is called value adding. Heat treatment we have done. We have cut the piece, we have drilled the piece. Okay, bending is done, painting is done, polishing is done. This is all value added because customer is paying. What is non-value added? Customer is not ready to pay. Work carried out which is necessary under current condition but does not increase any product value. Example, like we are making a part. We are doing inspection. Does it add value? No. We are doing maintenance. Does it add value? No. Because customer will not pay for maintenance. Customer will say it is your machine, you maintain it, right? How am I concerned with your machine? I want okay part. If your customer will say you do inspection or you don't do inspection, that is your call, right? So this is where we make the loss. So our cost add up in inspection, tool change, maintenance. Now tools and techniques used to identify and eliminate waste. Waste walks and Gamba walks. Waste walks is more. What is waste walk? We go to the shop floor, observe what are the waste lying on the shop floor. Like unwanted tools are there, unwanted oil cans are there, unwanted raw material is there, unwanted finished goods is there. Unwanted means it should be have shifted to site location. Not on, they should not be the machine. Now we have to waste recording forms and waste law. We have to release the forms. Opportunity we have to see. How will you see the opportunity? We will ask the operator, we will ask the visitors. You know, in many of the companies, there are feedback form and on the reception, right? So what is that feedback form? That feedback form is the third eye view. When a customer is visiting the company, they see the company different way. because they are not used to the process. When a technician or operator is seeing the company, he is seeing daily. So what happens? When he is seeing an activity daily, he will think this is the regular part, right? So waste reducing. So what we do? We make a suggestion forms where operator will write the recordings and record the waste. Then regular improvement meetings. When we get the inputs from the operator, what will we do? We will do regular meetings. What will it lead to? Regular meetings, we will discuss what inputs we have reduced and we will get it. Then we will work on 5S and visual management. Now 5S is like in the shown in the slide. This is the place for everything in this place. And visual management. What is visual management? How the activity has to be done, what precaution has to be taken. Sometimes we have like keep it in right way, like we have the marking on the boxes. Okay, we have marking on the shop floor to move. That is visual management. Then value matrix, and we do value stream matrix. Value stream mapping we do. Based on value stream mapping, we will get the non-value adding activities. Then what will we do? We will target Kaizen events. Kaizen is improvement events. And then when we do the Kaizen, we hand over the improvement to the operator, and the operator takes the ownership because he is working on that machine. And it is a team-based problem solving. So this is tools and techniques used for waste reduction. Now just I told you 8 types of waste. Now here is downtime. Simple words. Simple word here is downtime. Sorry. Downtime. Downtime is what? Defects, overproduction, waiting, non-utilized resources, transportation, inventory, and motion and excess processing. Now see, there are two aspects which looks very common. One is overproduction and excess processing. Can anyone tell me what is excess processing? Yeah, we call it extra processing or excess processing. What is that? Can anyone give example of that?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
When you overproduction, when we have more than required in the stock, more than required in inventory, we call it overproduction.
Yes. How it is a waste?
Waste is the money are tied down by that.
Money is stuck. Money is stuck in in parts, because unless it is sold, we don't get money, right? We get money when the parts are sold to the customer, right? What is excess processing?
Okay, excess processing is just as you said earlier before this. We commence introduction of waste types of waste. Taking in the office, you want to review a document, and you send it to different people to review that instead of having a cloud to all of them to review them.
That is over processing. Extra checks. Suppose if I want to manufacture a bolt, okay, the surface finish required is 3.2, okay, value, but we are giving more finished surface, 1.6, right? Then what is will customer pay? No, na. Customer has asked for surface finish value of 3.2, and we are doing extra and improving the surface up to 1.6 value. So what we are doing? We are extra processing. And it will see if we are doing from 3.2 to 1.6, it will not add any value, right? Customer will not pay. Customer will not say. Customer will just say thank you. But will customer pay? No. So you are wasting the money, right? That is extra processing. So this is downtime. Simple way to remember this tool is downtime. D for defect, O for overproduction, W for waiting, and for non-utilized resources. Time is transportation, inventory, motion, and access processing. Okay. I think either. So downtime is the word to remember. All this muda. Whenever anyone talks of waste, just tell downtime. Now defect. Meaning is rework, scrapped, incorrect information, first time. Additional effort to reverse, scrap, and correct the data, right? So whatever additional efforts are required, we have to take additional effort for rework. Scrap also we have to take additional effort because we are losing the value. Incorrect data also we are spending more time to collect the data. So this is defect or rejection. Example is scrap, rework, reject, recalls. What is product recalls? This is more in automobile industry. Means you can see. See, whenever there is a wrong part fitted on the machine which will have safety or which will spoil the reputation. So what does the customer like Toyota or any other automobile manufacturer do? They recall the product. Suppose they have a wrong batch of material which is placed in 40 cars. So what will they do? They will track the 40 cars customers who have bought the cars. They will ask the retailers, the showroom person, the data of the customers. They will call the car back. They will replace the faulty parts. They will again hand over to the customer. So this is called product recall. Product recall is basically the product which is sold to the customer, but company repairs that free of cost just to ensure that customer doesn't suffer. Okay, that is recall. Means when the car is sold but taken back for repair and replacing the part and then again handed over to the customer. Delay due to defect. How it is delay? Whenever there is a defect, what will happen? The customer will wait. Okay. Why it will wait? Wait for the right part, wait for the right decision, whether to use the part or not. He will ask, na, can I use the part or not? Or whether when the new part will come. So for replacement, for repair, customer will wait. So that will cause delay. Now there will be transportation due to defect. What is that? I called you. I told you that whenever there is a recall or rework something, so part has to be taken back to the company. So when the part has to be taken back to the company and then again delivered to the customer, then there will be transportation. When there is a rework, what we do? When there is a repair or rework, we re-inspect and sort the parts. So we re-inspect and sort the parts. Okay. So that is also cost. Okay. So hope you understand this. Okay. Then second is like In defect, what is the cause of defect? Cause of defect is emphasis on downstream process. Like what is emphasis? What is meaning of emphasis of downstream inspection? The operator will say, what is operator is producing the part. What he will not check. What he will say? The inspector will check at the next stage. So this is meaning of that. Hope you understand. Emphasis on downstream means inspection means the operator is only interested in producing, not checking. He has left checking on the inspection department. Then second is no standard for inspection or rework. What is meaning of that? The inspector don't know whether it is right or wrong, what is defect and what is acceptance limit. See, there will be defect, like suppose there is a scratch in the car. Do you think it is will not come in the entire process? Scratch will not come. Scratch will come, but there in a car there are like areas: A class area, B class area, C class area, D class area. So what will be there? What level of scratch is acceptable? Okay. No standard for inspection. Material handling and transportation. Operator error. Okay. These are causes of rejection. How to eliminate? Now we know the causes. We can do it. We can standardize the operation. Mistake proofing we can do. What is mistake proofing? We call it Pokayoke. What is that? Suppose you have seen the SIM card. I'll show one example of SIM card. Like we have a slot on the SIM card, right? What is the purpose of that slot? Cut on the edges, one of the edges, so that SIM card will not sit in wrong direction, wrong position. Everybody have seen SIM card? Memory card, the SIM card, memory card and all. I will show you in the next slide, like for future slide. Now elimination is how standard operation we have to make. Mistake proofing we have to do. Full lot inspection. Full lot inspection means we have to increase the sample size. Flow production. Flow production means we have to produce everything in one go. We should not produce it between means not in the staggering manner. Then lack of sufficient quality control process. What is that? There may not be proper the technician, the inspector may not be trained. Tools, the inspection tools will not be there. Machine repair document standard. What is that? Whenever there is a repair, people should be aware, people should have a repair document, how to be repaired, how to repair that. So missing repair document standard, we have to do that. Sorry, it was cause. The top portion is cause, bottom portion is rejection. So what is elimination is building quality in each process. Like every stage, we should know what is okay, what is not okay. Then elimination of need to pick and set down pieces. Okay. Improvement of jigs as human automation. What is human automation? We call it like if you use jigs and fixtures. What is jigs and fixtures? Are the holding device, holding and clamping device. So once, although only we have to keep the part, the jig will automatically hold and clamp the part. So what will happen? Human interaction is reduced. We call it de-skilling. De-skilling means removing the human efforts or reducing the human errors. Promotion of value analysis and value engineering. Now what is value analysis? Finding out the value, finding out how to improve the value, and value engineering. Okay. Now second waste is overproduction. In downtime, O is overproduction. Like production is more than that needed before it is needed. Means we are just piling, we are just stacking the material. We require 10 pieces, we make 20 pieces. So what we do? We are just piling up the material and material is lying. Cause of overproduction is large lot production. Why we do large lot production? We think that producing large will reduce the cost, but we are investing the money in excess inventory. Now here it is not wrong to produce more, but we have to see whether the losses from producing more is more or not. Like you have to compare. Sometimes it may happen that we have to keep the stocks, right? Like supplier has to keep 10% stock by the rule of the customer. Now customer, sometimes it should not happen that customer needs some part and supplier is not having parts. So there should not be any shortage. And anticipatory production. What is second cause of overproduction? We anticipate sometimes that this model order will come next month. We have to be ready. Then we what do? We make it ready. Sometimes we do overrunning of unstable process. Overstaffing too much equipment. This is also overproduction. Like what we say, we have material, we have manpower, let us make it. And we will sell it later. So that is overstaffing too much equipment. Machine that turns out parts too quickly. What is meaning of this? We are buying machines which are giving us more production. In that case, what will happen? The cycle time is reduced. So what will happen? Production will become more. Poor planning of production. Sometimes what happens? Poor planning of production is like people who are sitting on the planning section don't know how, like what is the cycle time, how much it will produce. So what they give? They give poor planning. They think this will take more time to produce it more. This will also like waste time, money and efforts. Causes of overproduction, poor planning. Then sometimes what happens? The setup time, the setting time of machine, the machine setting time. Machine setting time means preparing the machine for production. And machine changeover time is long. What happened? We know that we have to take 4 hours for changing the tool. So what we do? Change the tool, we will make and keep extra. So that when demand comes, then we don't have to load the tool again. Long setup and machine changeover. So that is long setup time. Setup time is machine ready for production and changing over the production. Lack of communication. What is lack of communication? This can also be reason. People don't know. People don't communicate. Suppose production plan has to be come in the morning, but production plan afternoon. Sometimes extra raw material is there. So what we think? Let us produce. We have the raw material. Let us produce and keep it ready. Now, how to eliminate overproduction? The causes itself is action. Poor production planning, proper planning. Line balancing, properly line balancing, we will reduce the production because sometimes it will happen that there is a bottleneck. So what we do? We keep on producing. Then one of the good method of overproduction, avoiding overproduction is single piece flow. There are two types of material flow. One is we keep flow as per the processes. Like cutting material, 4 machines for cutting in one setup, we do cutting. Second machine, turning machine, we do drilling, we do other setup. Then we assembly in other setup. So what we do? Batch production in different stages. And we then combine it. But here what is telling single flow? One piece flow. Like one piece, first piece will come, then it will go for cutting, then it will go for drilling, it will go for tapping, it will do for assembly, it will go out. So single piece flow had to be done. Now pull production using Kanban. I told you about push and pull. What was push? Push is generally used by Fast moving consumer goods company like shampoos, cold drink, what they follow? They follow push production. What they do? They manufacture and push in the market. So what happens? They keep everything available. They produce in advance. So we have to try for full production using Kanban. Kanban is a system of visual display where everything is, you can see on the card, there will be Kanban cards. Like there will be on the shop floor, like when we go for store department, there will be Kanban card generally used in store. How much material is available, when the material came, how much material is given to the line, how much material is there in the current stock. So that is the information given in the Kanban card. Quick changeover operation. Now what happened? I told you in a quick changeover. Sometimes what happens? There is a frequent changeover. The supervisor and people get bored. Management itself get bored. There are a lot of changeover. Let us make some stock and keep. So this is also quick changeover operations. Okay. Like if the changeover time is more, then people keep the stock. But if the changeover time is less, what will happen? People will keep the produce what is required.
Sir,
Level production, small lots and mixed production. Tell me.
yeah, can you please, I don't know if I missed, but can you tell me what is Kanban? I don't know, did you said what is Kanban?
See, Kanban is a visual display card. So what is that
Again,
card?
what?
Basically, when you go to store now, you will see one card on the place where the material is stored. What will that have? How much material came? How much material is taken by the department? How much material is pending? It is like an accounting. So from that card, you will get every information of the material flow, right? Suppose if I want to manufacture if you have to manufacture a part, the part is like cutting. First operation is cutting. Then the bin will have 10 pieces of cutting. Then it will tick on the cutting done. Then it will go for drilling. Then it will have like 2 pieces rejected. So 8 pieces drilling is done. Then it will again go for tapping. 1 piece rejected. So out of 8, 7 is okay. Then it will go to assembly. Out there it is there. Okay. Okay. This is Kanban. From the card, you will understand what material is, at what stage material is, what is the quantity of material. So when I see the card, I don't need to see the material, right? 10 pieces were produced, 2 were rejected in the first setup, 1 was rejected in the second setup, 1 was rejected in the third setup. So how much rejected? 4 rejected. So out of 10, finally 6. So it will show us all the data. Understood? Am I able to explain you properly?
Uh,
Hello?
yes, actually not
But
still
you're not understanding.
not so clear still.
See, one part is having 4 operations. Okay. So there will be a card which will list down all the operations. Okay. And when the first operation operator is receiving 10 piece and there is 2 piece rejection, what he'll write? He'll write 10 piece received, 2 piece rejected, 8 piece hand over to next process. Then second operation, 1 piece rejected. So out of 8, how much is rejected now? 7. Sorry, 1 is rejected, total 7 okay. Second stage 7 okay. Third stage also 1 rejected. So out of 7 minus 1, it is 6. Now it will give us clear picture. How much material was issued to which machine? What happened to that material in that machine? Are you getting now?
Yes.
Now total count is available on the card. Similar example is in the store department. We have a card where date wise they do entry of new lot, whatever date-wise entry of the issue, and then balance amount, right? So this card helps the storekeeper to maintain minimum stock. Now there is always minimum stock level for all the parts, right? As I told you, there should not be less parts. There should not be more parts. What will less part? If there is less part, then production will wait for the material. It is also a loss. If it is more part, then our investment of money in keeping the extra part is also a loss. So this card will give you the quantity. There will be minimum order quantity. This card will have. So once the level is reduced to a particular level, what will store do? Store will inform the purchase to buy new parts. So it is basically for maintaining the inventory level in the store also. And it will show each and every step. Like you don't need to go read the books. You don't need to invoices. You will see the card. You will come to know what is the current status. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So this was overproduction. Now waiting time. I already told you what is waiting. Waiting for the next step in the process. Waiting time of material or information that causes delay. Now information. How is information related to waiting? Can anyone give example of information? Suppose my inspector catches a defect. Okay, catches a rejected part in the inspection. He comes to me and asks me, sir, should I reject or should I okay it? I am also not sure whether to see it okay or not. What will I do? I will give me some time. I will go to design. I will go to the HOD and I will discuss with him. And then we will decide whether to accept or reject. So what is inspector doing? He is waiting, right? This is generally waiting time in inspection because there is no information, right? I'm not able to give him the decision. I have to go back to the top management or other people, design people, involve other people to take the decision. So this is waiting time. So my person has to wait. This is an example of waiting. Now, other examples are like supplier is supposed to give me delivery today. He is not able to give me delivery today. He told he will give me delivery tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So what is that? I am waiting for the material. I have asked HR department for a manpower. HR told my person will join day after tomorrow. Waiting time. Suppose my machine is vibrating, giving noise. I have called the maintenance. Maintenance people is telling I am busy. I will come in the evening. This is waiting time. Suppose my tool is getting damaged frequently. So I have to get the tool change. So when the tool has to be changed, production has to stop. So production is waiting for tool change. Then the parts are produced, ready for dispatch, but inspection is not done. So the parts are ready, then the inspector will come. He will take his own time. Then what will happen? Delivery time will affect. So here the parts are waiting for quality checks. Machine operator activity during cycle. Okay. Sometimes machine and operator inactivity. What happens? Sometimes machine operator want to go for washroom. He want to have a cigarette. He want to have a tea, coffee. So what he will do? He will stop the machine and go. Right? Sometimes. So that is machine operators inactivity during cycle time. Support to resolve the issues. This is other example of waiting. I told you the maintenance person came. He is working on the machine and he is not able to like repair the motor. So what he will say, I will talk to the motor supplier. The motor supplier will call till that time production is stopped. Sometimes what happens? People are waiting for machine to complete the cycle time. Like I told you, there is line balancing is not there. 45 minutes one machine, 35 minutes other machine. So what will happen? The people will wait 45 minutes production machine to complete the process. So part will be waiting, people will be waiting. Waiting for next station. It is the same one. Now what are the causes of waiting?
Like it lose customers.
Okay. See what is the causes? Unplanned machine downtime, long setup time, poor work layout, absence of work. A lot of causes are there. Almost like all causes are communication. Sometimes communication is not there. Manpower shortage is there. Okay. More time is involved because of rework or repair. And everything is simple, like standardize the workflow, create U-shaped cell layout for equipment, make resources available, standardizing instruction training process, developing multi-skilled human resources. Okay, then down. Now down N is stands for non-utilized human resources. This is very common nowadays. People are not utilized properly. Not even people, machine, material, people, all are not utilized properly. So underutilization of talent, skills, and knowledge. Okay, for example, no tapping into following up this idea and thoughts of employees. Like like operator is giving us ideas. We are not listening to him. Sometimes we have more capable people, but we are not giving him the task. Example causes is like assigning people to work to wrong task. They are not they are given wrong task. Sometimes tedious administrative work, lack of communication and communication tools. Okay, poor management. Training is not proper. Teamwork is missing. But how to eliminate this? Education and training, skill development. There are sometimes people don't like each other. There is no connect. So we have to connect with the employees. Like supervisor has to talk with the worker. Worker has to talk with the supervisor. Manager has to talk with the supervisor and clear the things. One more way is to identify the hidden skills. You should know you having people, what are they capable of and how can we utilize them. Now transportation. Transportation is basically movement of material at any location like machine, supplier from supplier end to our end. So transportation losses. Now what is transportation here? Unnecessary movement or handling of parts due to poor layout. What is poor layout? The layout is not as per the process. So what will happen? Parts will be moving here and there. One operation is here, third operation is on the other plant. Sometimes where there multiple location operation is there. So one metal go from this plant to that plant, from the third plant. So that will take time. Transportation increases. Here not only the material increase, material transportation is there, but with material, man also have to move here and there, right? So my man's motion is also increased. So equipment moving with no parts. Material stored long away from the point of use. Material stored long away from the point of use and Raw material batch size are not matching to production batch size. Now this is also a problem. Causes of transport is like we have place shortage. So what we do? We isolate the places. One operation is in this shop, other is in other shop. Sometimes like single skilled worker is there. Why single skilled means he can do only drilling, he can do only tapping. Large lot production is there. So what we do? We make one setup complete in one shop. Then we make second setup complete in second shop. So large production lot. Sitting to perform operations. Poor process planning with unnecessary steps. Unnecessary steps means we don't need to finish it, but material is going for finishing operation. Need for transport system is assumed. Assume means what people say, we have a forklift, we are not utilizing it. Let us utilize it. Now, how will you utilize when there is no scope? Now, how to eliminate the transport is U-shaped manufacturing. The manufacturing should be U-shaped. What will happen? Start and end of the U. This is U start and this is end. Everybody can communicate. Okay. We have not used O here, O shape, because we have to keep the raw material here and finished goods here. So it is U-shaped manufacturing cell. Then we have flow production. What is flow production? Flow production is continuously flowing the material. Multi-skilled worker, milkman concept, standing to perform operations, higher utilization rate, water beetles, Kanban production system. Okay. Now Kanban or pool production I already explained you. Now inventory. What is inventory? Excess material. Excess material and products not being processed. Also insufficient products and materials are processed. Example, stock of raw material in store. Store a material is kept. Nobody is using it. Used pile for finished goods. High WIP. What WIP? What is WIP? Hello?
Work in progress.
Work in progress means incomplete parts. Neither it is completed, nor it is raw material, nor it is finished goods. It is lying in between. Excessive racking and warehouse space. Excessive handling of equipment. Why is inventory? Because we have to parts. We have to first make the part, then store it, then again go to like parts will go to dispatch, then part will go to customer. So excess movement is there. If excess movement is there, handling of equipment is also more. Causes of inventory. Acceptance of inventory as normal or as an unnecessary evil. Means we think that we should keep some stock for urgency. Sometimes poor equipment layout is there. Then we build up the material because we cannot use forklift. For example, if we have poor equipment layout, so we cannot move one part every time. We cannot use a forklift to move one part to other station. So what we do? We wait for the parts to collect, then we move it. Then sometimes there are long changeover times. So what we do? We keep in advance. Some reason of inventory is defective parts also. Lack of power monitoring system. Upstream process is too fast for downstream process. What is upstream means next machine. Next machine cycle time is less and before machine cycle time is more. Shish Kabu, a large production, lot production, anticipatory production, offsetted flow for goods, production speed not aligned with demand. See, all these causes will itself indicate what action has to be taken. Now again, inventory pile up, U-shape manufacturing cell, layout of equipment by process instead of operation. So we have two types of layout. One is product layout, one is process layout. What is product layout? Suppose a product is having 4 operations: cutting, drilling, tapping, and assembly. Okay. Then we will have one cutting machine, one drilling machine, one tapping machine, and one assembly. But what is process layout? We will have drilling section different, cutting section different, machining section different. So this is process layout based on the operating process. Then regulating the flow of operation, production. Now production flow has to be regulated. What is regulated? Whatever is made has to be sold. Whatever needs to be sold has to be made. Right? Make whatever is required. So it is regulating the flow. Quick changeover operations. Quick changeover operation means what? The changing time should be less. Production leveling. Production leveling means whatever is required is produced. Full production using Kanban. What is full production? Take the order and make the order. Whatever order is there, make that much only. Line balancing. And again, line balancing is also for everywhere. If the inventory line is not balanced and even the line is there, then there will be inventory pile up. Now motion. Initially we looked at transport also, na? Transport was related to material. Motion is related to people. Because material is also moving, man is also moving. Now what is motion losses? Looking for tools, material, etc. Like they have to search the tools, searching for tool, material, etc. Double handling. Okay. Double handling means one part is worked 2 times. Turning, bending, stretching and walking. Now what is turning is physical movement of the operator. What is bending? Bending of the operator. Stretching of the operator and walking of the operator. Like we mean to say the operator movement should be minimum. Why operator movement should be minimum? Can anyone tell? We want operator to move minimum, not more movement. Whether it is on the same place, whether he is going to a different place, whether he is turning, bending, stretching or walking. But we want minimum. Why? Because more turning, bending, walking, stretching, more stress will be created to the operator and operator efficiency will reduce. Okay. So we need minimum movement. Causes of motion, isolated operation. What is isolated operation? Some operations are at the dead ends. So it is like it is on the main gate, like it is on the main gate, backside, yeah, backyard, we are doing some operation. So that is isolated. So what operator has to do? Go there and make. Lower employee morale. Morale is low. Instability in operation. Stability is not there. Sharing of machines and tools. So like sometimes people are using same tools. So machine wise toolings are not there. 2-3 machines are having same tools. So what will happen? People has to move. One operator will require tool. Then second operator will take that tool. Then third operator will take that tool. So all are sharing the tools. So they have to move here and there. Processing not aligned to result in motion overhead. The processes should be such that it should be easy to access. It should be easy to move. Minimum motion should be there. Poor work layout. When the layout is poor, then movement of man is more. Then sometimes what happens? Some people are unskilled, yeah, or dull, yeah, or it is not unskilled, it is like they don't have proper skills. So they are underdeveloped, they are not trained properly. So what will happen? If they are not trained properly, they will not able to take the decision. They will be going here and there and asking other people. So what will happen? Motion will be there. Increase in staff or working hours. If the more people are there, more motion is there. Working hour is more, motion is more. Then what is the other cause? Work standard are not in place. We don't have standard like what operator has to do. Operator has to lift the part, place the part, turn on the machine. So nothing is described. So what will operator do is will do as per his convenience. Now, how to eliminate operator motion? We have to switch to flow production. Flow production means the production should flow in one line. Gradual U-shaped cell layout equipment. Layout, if the layout is U-shaped, the production is minimum because the stations are close to each other. Increase operator awareness about motion during operation. So what we have to do? Operators awareness has to be created that we should not do unnecessary motion. Increase training. Training and awareness is one and the same thing. Making standardization through. Like we have to standardize what we are supposed to do, how we are supposed to do. Separate tools at each workstation. Try to give the tools for machine wise. Because if the tools are available in the machine, operator don't have to run here and there and waste his time. Then excess processing. Here excess processing is, see the example in the picture. He need one small branch, but the person is cutting the full branch. So what is the meaning of that? Whatever is required, give it, not more. Doing more work, higher quality work than the customer requires. Now there is a big disadvantage of this. What will be the biggest disadvantage of excess processing? Can anyone explain? Hello?
Hello?
Can anyone give example of this excess processing disadvantage?
The disadvantage is you might have higher costs of production.
See, one disadvantage is cost is increasing, but the biggest disadvantage in the future is customer expectation also increases. What happens? Customer is expecting more and more, na? Previously, AC was not a part of car, right? It was a comfort feature. Now what happened? AC is now basic feature. So what happened? Expectation from an automobile manufacturer, expectation of the customer from the automobile manufacturer has increased, right? So slowly what happens? Which was a comfort will become basic. Now what is the reason of excess processing? For example, wrong choice of equipment. Frequent inspection. Frequent inspection means what? We can do one stage inspection, but we are putting 2-3 stages of inspection. What will happen? We will waste 2 extra efforts. Useless operation. We are not supposed to do deburring at all the parts, like all the sections, but we are doing deburring. Unbalanced processes. Bad definition of customer needs. The biggest example is we don't know what customer exactly wants. Excessive movement in the process, excessive setup or downtime, and follow-up. Okay. So this is excess processing. What are the causes? We don't know our process. We don't have much information about our process. So what will happen? We will do excess processing. We don't have study of our operations, or we can say product. then we don't have proper jigs. We don't have standardization. We are using wrong material. Yeah, material not suitable. How to eliminate over process? More appropriate process design, review of operation, improvement of jigs using automation. See, all the causes will become action. Like what are the causes given? If you work on the cause, it will become action. Standardization have to be done. Now we have to promote the value analysis and value engineering. What is value analysis? We have to find out what we are selling is of right value or not. If we understand the value, we will give good, not good, we can give optimized parts. Now we spoke about mudas, downtime, 8 mudas. Now Mura is unevenness. I have given the example of like trucks in the initial stage. Now what was trucks? What 8 pallets of 1 ton each and 2 trucks of 4 ton capacity. What was Mura there? One truck is having 5 ton capacity load, and sorry, 1 ton is carrying 5 ton, other is carrying 3 ton. So what is happening? The distribution of work is uneven. Example, uneven customer demand. What happens? You don't know what customer will ask tomorrow or in next month. Sometimes inventory swings. What is inventory swings? Sometimes we used to store a lot, but suddenly all the inventory is exhausted and we are not having anything. Production, uneven production speed or changing production quantities. Now here is production speed. Production speed is what? Some process require less speed, some process have more speed. So what will happen? Balance will not be there. Now working rhythm. Working rhythm, how it is managed? Like suppose we come in the morning. The first half is very productive, right? And second half of the day is little less productive. So that is imbalance. Irregular and erratic work rhythm. That is first half and second half, we don't work in the same way. Uneven training of the workers. Like some people are trained for everything, some people are not trained for everything. Uneven distribution of workload. The workload is also not distributed properly. Muri is burden. Muri is overburden. We saw they loaded in the first example. We saw they loaded all the 8 ton pallets in single truck. That is burden, which is beyond one's power, excessiveness, impossible, unreasonable, and things that are too difficult. Natural and main focus here is on people, how it can apply to material, machines, and organization. Here are few examples. People assigning work to employee more than what can do, unsuitable posture, inadequate economics. Organization is demanding that supplier delivers So what is a few examples? People assign work to employees more than what he can do, like beyond its capacity. Unsuitable posture and inadequate ergonomics. What is ergonomics? Science of motion of human body. Like they are not there, they have to bend to many times, they have to stretch themselves, they have to lift, they have to walk, they have to stand. So inadequate ergonomics. Organization, what is there? In organization, demanding supplier delivery, whatever we want, whenever we want, without providing good, stable signal from our side. Like we are not giving any idea to the supplier what we want. We suddenly ask anything. So that is Muri. So supplier will get burden. How supplier will get burden? Because we have not given them the production plan. So when we not given the production plan, what will happen? How will they plan the manpower, raw material? How will they plan the production capacity? So that the supplier cannot do. Machines and materials. Running a machine more than a design speed for producing more product than the standard output. I told you once an example. Whenever what happens in a machine shop or any machine setup, when the operator want to take some rest or so what he does, he plays with the machine parameter. He reduces the machining time and tries to utilize the remaining time in his enjoyment. So that is meaning of Muri. In first half, he will produce whatever required in the full shift, and second half he'll enjoy. That is Muri. Now, 8 type of Mudas example. Okay. So like supply chain, we have these Mudas are available every part of the manufacturing. Manufacturing also like supply chain, office, project management, everywhere there is this eight waste. So you don't have to worry, like everywhere you will get something to improve. Like example, I have given example of manufacturing, so living example. Now supply chain, how transport is logistic, consolidation delay, time involved in goods movement from supplier to factory and end user. Now this is transport. Now inventory is supplier is asked to keep the stocks. So supplier inventory is piling up. Motion is part performing for inspection, buy off, handling or receiving shipping and invoice documents. Like what is motion here? Motion of a man. Why motion of man here? The documents have to be submitted. So again the like parts have came. We have received the soft copy of the invoice, but we are asking for the hard copy also. So what will people do? People will take the printout, courier it to the customer. The documents is generated in the soft. They can be mailed also, right? So activity is reduced, but they want hard copy also. This is motion. Now waiting for PO amendment. What is waiting? Supplier is waiting for PO. This is waiting time. Now overproducing goods without understanding the customer consumption. So supplier don't know how much customer consumption is there and he is keeping the stock. Then he is producing over. Excess processing in case of supplier is manual PO processing, poor management of ERP, repeated jobs due to miscommunication. Now he is not asking the customer and is making. So what will happen? There will be miscommunication. Now defects, rejection from the supplier is a defect. Some of the mudas in office are like retrieving and storing files. Like there people are not storing file according to the use. I told you before in the example, the parts have to be classified into like daily use, weekly use, monthly use, yearly used. We can segregate the files based on the usage. Daily use file can be kept in the front, monthly use in second row, then quarterly use third row, and yearly used is fourth row. In this way, we can easily remove the files because we know where are the regular files kept. Then waiting for phone calls for system of two customer or supplier responses. Now waiting time in case of office is like I want some information from the customer and marketing is doing follow up with the customer, but the customer is not responding. That is waiting time. Now production is like more information than the customer and next process needs. Sometimes marketing gives elaborated information which is not required. Oh, like when he gets the RFQ, request for quotation. So what marketing should do? Marketing should collect everything in the RFQ and he has to segregate the details and give it to the respective department. Like from the RFQ, raw material requirement has to be given to supply chain, drawing requirement is given to design, quality requirement has to be given to quality. So one RFQ, he has to segregate into different departments. So this is there. Then defects, data entry error, pricing error, missing information, lost record are office related defects. So here we can cover 8 types of defects. What is the time now? Hello?
Hello, 12:45.
Okay. So before we'll see this project management also some example, because after that we will take a lunch break at 1 o'clock and then we'll continue the other topic. Otherwise the topic will remain incomplete. So project management example for transport is task switching between individual or sub teams. Like project management, there are different teams. Some will be like execution team, some will be like planning team. So there is like switching of task. So some people, planning people are doing like different tasks which they are not required to do. So they have to move to different places. So there will be transport. Inventory will be there like rarely used online purchase tools, office supplies that exist needs. Like what happens in project management, they have purchased inventory of marketing material which they are not using. So that is inventory pile up. Motion is like unstructured workplace. Unstructured workplace because project management has to work like from sites also, company also. So they have unstructured workplace, lack of organization paths, extra effort to find the information. In project management, there is only one flow, and that is information flow. So project management people has to get the information and ensure that the information is passed to the respective departments. Then waiting for approval from the top management. Now approval can be in terms of financial approvals, some decision making. They have approached. They can be like it can be from the top management also. It can be waiting from the customer side also. Like customer has not given the information, so they have to wait. Then over processing is filling up documentation. Like they have to make the plans, documents, everything. So which may not be required. So filing of unnecessary great amount of documents. This is overproduction. Then access processing. Multiple level of approval for small tasks. Means they have to they have to ask management, they have to ask the marketing head, they have to ask the different level of organization. Before giving commitment to the customer, they may have to ask the production department, they may have to ask the quality department. Okay. And incorrect. Then defects. Incorrect collection of data. They are not able to collect the data properly. So what will happen? They will suffer. Then other defect can be if they are not able to collect the data, they are not able to give the right feedback. Okay. So these were project management related. And we can go through the manufacturing also. So manufacturing like unnecessary movement of raw material or product, that is transport muda. Inventory, excess product or material being processed. We already seen. Motion is unnecessary movement by people. Now transport is for job, like for finished goods and raw material. Motion is for man, unnecessary motion of people carrying parts, tools and materials. Because manpower is also a cost. So when excessive man is used excessively, he will get exhausted. His efficiency will reduce. His output will reduce. The waiting. Man is waiting for parts. Sometimes what happens? The parts are not available. So assembly cannot happen. Sometimes the machine is not ready. Machine is under maintenance. Tools are not available. So waiting time increases. Overproduction processing more than the demand or before needed. Before needed in the sense nobody has asked him, he has produced in advance. Before needed means advance. So overproduction is what? Producing more than the demand. We don't have requirement, we are producing more. Nobody has asked us, but still it is produced. More work or higher quality than the required by the customer. I told you the surface finish required is 3.2, then give only 3.2. If it is required 3.2, don't give 1.6 and increase the cost. So this is excess processing. Waste caused by processing inability which occurs from a scrap and rework. Means what is defect? Defect is not okay parts. Basically bad yield is defect. So what we call yield? Number of okay parts divided by total number of parts. So we have to minus the okay parts from total number okay parts. We have to minus the rejected from total number of parts divided by total number of parts. That will be yield. So yield is low. So in types of waste and different methods. Now 5S. What is 5S? 5S is a place for everything in its place. One line definition. It was originated by Takeshi Toyoda, father of Japanese Industrial Revolution, 1970s. Okay. So it has 5 steps. As the name indicates, it is 5 steps which we have to do. Like remove what is not needed and keep what is needed. When doubt, throw it out. Arrange essential items in order to access. Okay. Every place for everything in its place. Keep things clean and tidy. No trash, no dirt, no in workplace. So cleaning is equal to inspection. Cleaning is with meaning. Establish standards, guidelines to maintain clean workplace. Make the best way the easiest way. Make 5S a habit and teach others to adhere to establish standards. Make sure safety at the forefront. Forefront means priority first of every process and taken action. No compromise, safety first. Now what is purpose? Waste elimination, analysis of work, simplify the work. 5S principle. Basic principle is like get rid of everything that isn't needed to at the work site. Whatever you don't need at the work site, keep it aside. Arrange tool, materials and equipment. Keep the work tidy, clean. Improve safety, improve quality. Visualize shows what is required or out of place. Saves time, not having to search for items. We don't need to search, like everything is available. Reduce unnecessary movement around. See, first sorting is done. He has stabilized. Then he has cleaned. He has standardized. And now it is like sustain. This is 5S. Implementation of 5S. First of all, 5S implementation plan has to be there. Develop specific implementation plan. Develop communication plan, how to communicate. Develop 5S timing plan, time chart. 5S implementation, the final step. So, like systematic organization, visual placement, cleanliness, standardization, and sixth is verification of effectiveness. These are the steps of 5S implementation. 5S performance model. Customer expectation, self-discipline control, systematic organization, sorting, visual placement, scrubbing and cleaning. The 5S gives improved quality, improved safety, reduced cost, consistent deliveries, improved product and service options. First, for company wise, what will be done? Which element will be covered? What will be the task? Who is responsible? Which department, which location? And here is completion, how much it is completed. 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. This we have to update, color it as the work progress. 5S preparation. First, we have to define the workplace. Like we cannot do 5S everywhere at the start. Take a place, do implement 5S there, then move to the next station. So define the work area, specify your area start and stop. Make sure that no man's land, common area are someone's responsibility. Like during 5S, what we do, we distribute the area. We make one piece of people responsible for ensuring that everything is there. Photograph the work area. First, we have to photograph. Includes cabinet, desk, open drawers, file photos. Utilize action and tracking sheet. Involve all the team members. So what are the steps? First step is sorting. Sorting means to separate. Focus on eliminating unnecessary items on the workplace. Whatever is not required, eliminate. Categorize equipment, furniture, tools in your workplace into 3 categories. 3 categories are important for sorting. First is necessary. Second is unnecessary and may not necessary. May not means it depends, like unnecessary we can call it daily use, weekly use. Unnecessary means we use once a year, which is not necessary. May not necessary means we use every month. So things have to be sorted that way. This step will help with the just in case attitude. Like whatever is required will be available at the site. Okay. So first is categorize into 3 categories. Then what we do, basically we have red tags. Red tags we put on the each and every part. So it's a 5S provide structure part to deliver the better workplace. First step, start. Second, set. Then shine, standardize and sustain. So red tag we put on all the parts. Red tag will contain all the details. Then what will you do? We will collect all the red tags, sit with the team and define what is important, what is not important. What we have to scrap, what we have to rework, what we have to move, what we have to do of the material. Decision will be taken on the red tag. Then second is set. What is meaning of set? Set is based on finding efficient and effective storage of necessary item. Now we have sorted out. Now we have to store. You can see can take out and can return philosophy. So setting works on philosophy of can see, can take out and can return. Like we can see the things available. We can take out the things and then keep the thing in the same place. This will save time, energy to look for something. Labeling, numbering, zoning for clear identification of storage areas to keep the necessary items. Set necessary items, watching, matching to work to minimize the unnecessary movement and transport time. Now setting principle is not only think that beautification is important, we have to consider the workflow and arrange. We should not think that it should look good. We should think it should be available whenever it is required. Needed items, item often used with current work progress. Okay. So what we do, labeling, color coding, numbering, zoning. Zoning means make zone for each item, give number to each item. For visual identification, we can give coloring. You know, most of the shelf life item have color, like 12 months are there. So they have 12 color of the month, which will indicate that which month material is there. So the technical or the material handler will understand visually which material he have to issue first. Third is shine. In shine means cleaning. Cleaning of the workplace so that there is no dust on the floor, machine or equipment. We have to clean the machines. It need to create ownership, building pride in the worker. The operator should feel pride. This is called my machine concept. My machine means it is my machine and I will maintain it. Daily sweeping and mopping shop floor, regular cleaning of maintenance equipment and toolings. Check for changes in equipment and service areas such as leak, vibration, misalignment, and breakage. So whenever we are around the machine, just take a round and see if there is any leakage, if the vibration sound is more, if there is misalignment, something broken, we have to see. IPC activities such as hand hygiene, waste segregation are also part of shine. IPC means in process control. Clean the floor, windows, walls, clean the maintain office automation, medical equipment, tools, office furnitures. Develop and regularly follow up maintenance schedule. Once we clean it, we have to have a maintenance schedule for all the activities. Fourth is standardize. Standardize means maintain an environment where S1 to S3 are implemented the same manner throughout the organization. Give opportunity to employee take active part in development of these standards. Work instructions, standard operating procedures, checklist development and regular usage of SOPs. Now what we have to do? We have to make SOPs also, standard operating procedures also. We have to make 5S checklist also. We have to like mechanism for development of supply and reporting. Color coding and standardize with symbols. Symbols we can use for standardization. Now standardization is easy to implement S1 to S3 activities. Okay. Equalization process that workplace regular progress reporting. Huh? Regular progress reporting. Like what is the we have a regular check sheet for 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, and the third party will come within the organization will come and fill the report and give the status. So we call it 5S score. 1S, 2S, 3S or 5S, whatever level we have maintained. Then we have to appreciate, recognize and award the good 5S activities. Like in big companies, there are competition, 5S competition. Who gets more 5S score get rewards, recognitions. Okay. See example. See the messy area, it is cleaned before after. Shop floor example. See how it is cleaned before and after. How it is cleaned before and after. Before and after. Before and after. See, our goal should be this way. All marking, all identification, walking way. This is storage area. All the boards should be properly. See, this is one Kaizen, when 5S Kaizen. with an identification, like I told you the stock level. Now here there are some of the medicines kept. Now these medicines are following the 5S principle also and Kanban principle also. Now green color indicates that the stock is enough. Okay. Blue color indicates the stock is about to expire. Yellow color indicates the stock is about to expire. And red color indicate it is in red zone. There will be shortage. Okay. So what people have to do? Have to ensure the yellow line is filled. Now this green line is empty means the stock is completely out. Here also stock is completely out. So this will ensure, this will give an indication to the store department to stock the material, right? To buy the material. Why we need this kind of arrangement? Because every material has a lead time. If you buy something, it will not come tomorrow. It may have 1 week lead time, it may have 10 days lead time, 15 days. Some export items have lead time more than 28 days. So we have to ensure the visual controls. Now we should have a checklist. I think you can, is visible? No, no. Can you see the checklist? I have to share. See.
Yes, you can enlarge it small. You can enlarge it small.
Okay.
Okay.
See, this is weekly audit 5S. Sorry. This is weekly audit 5S checklist. So like 1S points, unnecessary items, condition of the floor, cleaning material, factor of safety items, machine and setting and tables. All these checkpoints will be there. 2S is layout, identification. This is for shop floor. And this is up to 3S. We can develop up to 5S also. So when every weekly someone will go and audit you and give you score 1 to 5 in 1S, 2S and 3S. And then we will compile the score and give the 5S score. The department which is scoring good will be recognized. So this is a continuous activity. Okay. If some abnormality, some abnormalities are offered, audit observation is there, then they have to give the action plan. Who will do it? Commitment date, status and remark. Status means once the action is taken, then the auditor will come back and check the actions. And status, whether it is okay, whether it is completed, not completed. Okay. This is for shop floor example. Now, we can have same checklist for office area also. Office area don't keep up to 5S, we keep 1S or 2S because office area we don't have much material. We have only office material. So like filing of folders, reference library, loose paper documents, computer hard drive, disk, copy, whatever it is, stationery, layout is proper or not, filing and open racks are there, reference material, other documents are there, storage, lockers, drawers, everything will be checked and scoring will be given. Hope you people understand this. See, we have to define our requirements. And after defining the requirements, we have to list down. So this will help us to improve step by step. This is a part of continual improvement. We have seen like 3 years evaluation for shop floor and office area. So we have to continuously improve. Now, what is tag time? We have to improve on the tag time also. Amount of time available to produce one unit. How much time is taken to make one part? Now it can be like, it depends on the part. If the part is small, it can be like few seconds also, minutes also, hours also, months also. Now takt time is used to synchronize the process, establish uniform flow based on anticipated demand. Now what is demand? Demand is how much customer want. Customer want 1,000 parts per month, 10,000 parts per month, that is demand. Time available, and we have to adjust the demand and supply to the customer. Now takt time formula is takt time total production time divided by demand, number of required to meet the customer demand. Suppose my demand is 1,000 units per month. So how much is the time available? We have 8 hours into 6 days into 4 weeks into, like, we can make it in hours also. So this much hours are available, this much demand is there. So what takt time is, we get in hour, minute or second, whatever it is. And remember, it is not based on our capacity. We don't see the capacity. We have to design the capacity. Like if customer want more material, so you will say no. You will never say no. What will you do? You will arrange by improving your facility, by getting it from other suppliers, or from other sources. You'll get it. You'll machine. You'll make it meet to the requirement and then supply the customer. Because once you say no to the customer will develop your competitor, right? So see, for a process requires 450 unit during 7.5 hour shift. It means to say half an hour is detected, 8 hour shift is there, out of 8 hour 5.5 is detected for lunch. So total time available in shift is 7.5. So 7.5 into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So 27,000 is the seconds, and the process requires 450 units. So 1 unit has to be produced in 60 seconds. Now takt time is not the cycle time. Takt time is the demand. How much we want to, how good we should be. If we want to meet our customer requirement, we should make one part in 60 seconds. Cycle time is what is the actual time to make. Now operation cycle time. Time required to complete one cycle of an operation. Cycle time for every operation in complete can be reduced or equal to takt time. Products can be made in a single flow. So document cycle time to compare cycle time against previous times and takt times demand by the customer. When we are calculating because we want to see, like, based on the demand we have to fulfill. So we have to consider it. Examine equipment and parts of the process. Identify bottleneck and overproduction. This thing we have to consider. Now one cycle time for one process, second sub process, third sub process. Now what is Kaizen? Kaizen is change for better. Moreover, it is a continual improvement in personal life. We can do Kaizens at home also, personal life also, social life, working life. When applied to workstation, Kaizen means continual improvement in everything, involving everyone, managers and workers. Everybody will do something, improve something. And the originator of this is Masakai Imai. He is a Japanese guru and he has introduced the concept of Kaizen. Kaizen means, Kai means change, Zen means good or better. So we have to change something for good and better. Now Kaizen is everywhere. Now remember, you cannot change everything. Okay, you cannot change everything, but something you can change. Understand the concept. We cannot change everything, right? But there are something we can change. So try to change this, whatever we can change. Now Kaizen everywhere when you see, so Kaizen is there in customer orientation also. Total quality, Six Sigma Kaizen is there. Robotics Kaizen is there. Quality circle Kaizens are there. Suggestion scheme is also Kaizen. Automation is also Kaizen. Workplace discipline is also Kaizen. TPM is also Kaizen. Kanban. Quality improvement just in time. Just in time is a concept like to reduce the inventory time. So customer doesn't want to keep the stocks. So what he does, he don't want to waste money and efforts in keeping the stock. Then he asks supplier to maintain certain level of stock. And whenever there is a demand, he asks for the material. The material will directly come to the line, get assembled and go for testing. Then zero defect. Small group incentives, comparative labor managed relationship, productivity improvement, new product development. Customer focus, just in time, Kanban, flexible workplace. So all are continual improvement. Okay. Where to do Kaizen? Like people will think that wow, where can we improve? We can improve in order lead time, manufacturing lead time, delivery lead time. We can cut short and reduce the time here. Reducing overall time from receiving order to delivering the products, make your company more responsive to the customer. Okay. This can become deciding factor whether to make a selection or not. If you reduce the time, then customer will give you further orders. Otherwise, customer will not give you orders. Customer will make your will raise one more supplier and make a competition for you. Now Kaizens can be done in various things, like we have key performance indicators. Safety Kaizens can be done. Quality Kaizens can be done. Cost reduction Kaizen can be done. Delivery Kaizens can be done. Productivity Kaizens can be done. And there are some Kaizens for morale and human resource. Like suppose if there is something, the operator is putting lot of efforts and you are reducing it effort, what will happen? His morale will increase. So like type 2 problem is gap from the standard. What are the gap? How things are. So we have to identify the gap and we can improve it. Type 3 problems and targets are how things should be. Means we call it is and as analysis. How the things are presently and how it should be. Right? So in future state, like here 100% quality, 100% on-time delivery, production 100%. Okay, 100% on cost. So future states will increase. Now human development, it is safe, engagement should be there, of the people should be involved, challenges should be there so that people will think, professionalism should be there. Okay, challenges every day, every person, every opportunity. Now here what is there? This is a time metric. Last year this was our status. Then the status should improve. And there should be like next continual activity, not one time. Now rules, Kaizen rules and teams. Like basic team is like forming. We have to form a team. The team should contain all the members, like operators know what to do. Maintenance guys are competent of doing the implementing things. Supply chain people can arrange the material. Okay. So all the multifunctional team is involved in Kaizen. Now brainstorming should be there. What is there? Everybody should sit and discuss. Use the brain in giving ideas. There should be like norming stage where group agrees how to operate a team. Like everyone should be on the same platform. Performing agreement on solution and taking action. People should agree that the actions are good and they should take action. Adjourning means closing on continual improvement after 30 days. Like we have to do it continually. After 30 days, we have to review. Now, basic rule of Kaizen is keep an mind open to change. First of all, we have to open our mind that what we have seen in the previous slide. We cannot do everything, but something we can do. So we have to change our mind. No such things as dumb question or idea. Like don't interrupt anyone. Let them suggest. Whether it is a good idea or bad idea, it doesn't matter. Let the idea come out. avoid spending money. Now capital expenditure is a last resort, means last option. Capital expenditure should be last option. Kaizen is minimum spending. Because if we spend to improve, then we are wasting money. We have to maintain a positive attitude. Don't make excuses, question current practices. We should not make excuse. Whatever good we are doing, we should not say that we are doing it good. We may not be doing good, but at least don't make excuse that this is right, this is wrong. So we have to think our current practices may be having some issues. So we have to find that issues. Current practices means current way of doing things may be wrong or incomplete. Think about how to do it, not why it can't be done. And don't give excuses that we cannot do it. Just try to do it. Now question here, why it can't be done? Just do it. Have fun. So these are basic rules. Open-minded, open to change, questioning, suggesting, all the things we have to do in Kaizens. Now one concept is mistake proofing. What is mistake proofing? See what happens, the operator is loading a part. Now the fixture should be such a way that he cannot load wrong part. Even if the operator is blind and he can load, even if the operator is not taking care, the fixture to take care that the part will not be loaded in the wrong way. Okay, that is mistake proofing. Understand the use of mistake proofing as a preventive tool. Mistake proofing is important prevention tool. Prevention is what? Mistake will not happen. Know the methodology or mistake proofing systems. We have to know the methodology. Now what for doing mistake proofing, what we have to understand? Understand how defects are generated. Understand the root cause. Recognize red flag condition. Red flag condition means some abnormalities are there in the process. We have to identify that this is wrong. Identify key mistake proofing devices. Like we have photo sensors. There are different types of pressure transmitter, photo sensors. All the types of mistake proofing devices are available in the market. So identify the devices which can be used. Link mistake proofing approach to the project. Okay. Dr. Shingo developed it to achieve zero defect by avoiding inevident errors. What is inevident error? Is that can be stopped and human error. Human error should be avoided. Machine fixture should take care of that the part is put rightly. Translation from Japanese pokoyoke or avoid. Inevident errors poka means mistake proofing or fool proofing. Pokoyoke is a device method that eliminates the cause of error at the source. What is source? Where the manufacturing is done on the machine, in the manufacturing unit. So we have to work on the source or detect an error as it is being made. If you cannot work on source, at least catch the defect. We should be able to identify the defect, catch the defects. Or defects, detect a defect soon after it is made, but before it reaches the next operation. Mechanism should be carefully designed to eliminate the cause of defect. It is not possible. Detection method may be used. So like suppose there are two ways to work on like defects, like source of generation. If you cannot work on source of generation, at least catch the defect. At least do something so that defect is caught within the manufacturer premises. Because with the manufacturer premises, it is internal rejection. When it goes out of the manufacturing at customer end, it becomes customer complaint. So if you cannot work on the source, if you cannot correct on the source, at least improve how can we catch the defect. If not possible, detection method use. Now procedure is like define the potential mistakes or error. So list out the mistakes or error which could be transferred to the next step in the process. So combine this with other tools such as brainstorming. So when we list down the error, we can brainstorm on what is wrong, what is going wrong, what can go wrong. We have to identify. Now, second is identify the cause. When you know what can go wrong or what is going wrong, then we can investigate the analysis root cause. Use techniques such as fishbone and 5 for this step. Brainstorm potential solution for preventing errors. Means we have to find the solution and prevent the error. Prevent means it should not occur again. Find the ways to make it possible to do something incorrectly. Like the things have to be done such a way that even if the man wants to make a mistake, he cannot make a mistake. Okay. I will show you an example here. See, I was talking about this. You saw this SIM card? There is a slot here. Now, why this slot is made? It is made because the SIM card will sit in the right position. Otherwise, what will happen? SIM card may be placed in wrong direction, wrong way, right? So this is mistake proofing. Simple common life mistake proofing has been done. Hope you people understand this. So brainstorming potential solution for preventing error. Okay. So we have to do the brainstorming. Find the ways to make it possible to do something incorrectly. Like it is impossible. Even the van wants, he cannot put wrong way. Develop the ways to detect errors. Okay. We have to develop the ways to detect errors, deviation or mistake early. It is obvious that when something has been done incorrectly, make a system to identify the product defect by testing the product shape, size, color or other physical attribute. Now I have given one example of color identification of material. Now whenever the material is shelf life item, the principle followed is FIFO. Do you know FIFO? What is FIFO? Do you know what is FIFO?
FIFO? First time out, first time, first out, first to
First in,
expire.
first out. First in, first out. The part which is coming first has to go out first. There are different methods. There is LIFO also. Last in, first out. So it depends. Like shelf life item is the item which is having expiry date. So what people do, what the people in the mall do, what the people working in the mall do, they keep all the expiring item on the front side. Why? Because people will use that first. And which is having more expiry date or more expiry month pending, that will be kept on the back side. Okay. So this will help to see the things properly. Okay. So like example, how can they do? Some of the items are like month. We have January red color, February blue color, green color. That way month wise color is also given to many items. So what will be what? This is generally for the material handling loaders. In a warehouse, boxes are painted with different colors for identification. So whenever the material handler people are there who are not so much educated, what they see the color. Based on the color, they move the old item first and place the latest item at the last. So this way they control the expiry date of the material. Then create and test solution. Now whenever we are doing something, we have to develop a solution to prevent, detect, test and effective. Like whenever we are implementing something, we cannot blindly implement. What we have to do? We have to implement, test it, whether it is working or not. So after working is completed, testing is completed, then we can prevent or detect the error and test is effective. Once it is effective, we can give. Consider characteristics of MQA solution: simple and low cost, part of process, in place where mistake can happen, and did not let the mistake exit in the process. Like we eliminated the cause only. Okay. Consider the characteristics of MQA solution. MQA should not be expensive. See, remember, Kaizen and MQA should not be expensive, because for solving small problems, like I can see here, you solve